the fucking beat button.
I'm the host. I'm gonna introduce the
How
host.
strong is this vodka? Jesus, Dan, you fucked it up already. Yeah.
He's just a lightweight.
My God.
Wait, what did we say exactly again?
Take two.
Where's the transcript, for fuck's sake?
Take two. Now we're actually recording. Welcome to the Cour Va Much podcast with your incompetent host Freek Keesen.
Oh, yeah.
The ever so lovely Nic Kirkland.
That's me.
Victor Sliepenbeek and a new
go.
guest, Dan. Uncle Dan. as
You
we-
can
as
call
we
me
get
Uncle
it
Dan,
now.
you know, in our private time after the podcast.
Oh, hello. That's a good start.
That's a good take two.
I think so.
I still want to have that story about ISN on there.
All right.
Even though we
All right.
already...
No, so now it's not natural anymore, for fuck's sake. So we are, of course, called Cour Va Much, or in Polish. What does it mean, guys?
Fucking hell.
Wait, I know this because it actually is from Cour Va Much, which means Kurva whore, your mother.
It's a whore. But it's used.
So
it's
it is
used in modern
still-
day for like fucking hell. Fuck
Yeah,
that,
exactly.
fuck
It sort of means fucking hell, but etymologically, it's
big words.
Your mother's a whore.
your mom's a
Which
whore.
then obviously the university
Yes.
didn't want to promote because your mother's a whore is not really
Yeah.
something
Friendly.
for the students.
Yeah,
the
because-
students love it. I'm
A
sure.
lot of students still have their moms, so
Exactly.
Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah, we're gonna promote it with the university, but they refused to put Cour Va Much on a poster with their own logo on it.
Okay.
Because Kyle also said it. It's
not-
like making a comedy group in England and calling it "Fuck Your Mother."
Fuck your mother.
That's going to be my comedy show one day, just because of my name.
How do you actually pronounce your last name?
Oh, here's a story. Okay, so there are two parts to my surname. This is what makes me unique, actually. So the first part of my Vietnamese surname is Nguyen, which is the most common surname in Vietnam. There's like 40 million Nguyens out there.
Annoying.
And no one knows how to pronounce it. Only Vietnamese people. We're doomed. You know,
Okay.
not even other Asian people can manage. It's terrible.
Yeah.
But the second part of my surname is Phuoc. It's Phuoc, Phuoc. And people, I got called fuck when I was growing up by
yeah.
the kids. Yeah.
But you
But-
pronounce it fugly.
Oh, that's what your mama said
To whom?
when she saw my dick. But no, actually, the cool part of this is actually Phuoc is not. It's technically a title. It's not actually a name. But when my dad's family moved to the U.S., they decided to put it as officially the name to separate us from the tens of millions of other Nguyens out there. So Phuoc is actually royalty.
Ah.
So the royal nuance.
Yeah, we are.
Royal fuck.
Yes. We are descended from the last dynasty in Vietnam, actually. There's a lot of us out there. It doesn't matter. It's a communist country. It doesn't matter at all. But
Yeah,
technically,
they're everywhere, like Viet Cong. What was that? No, guerrilla warfare.
Is that why the colonialists just couldn't hack it in Vietnam? They couldn't make. They're like, Nguyen's, fuck Nguyen's. Fuck it, we're leaving. Fuck this.
couldn't take the name.
Bomb it. Just bomb them all. Just napalm the shit out of them and get out of here.
Well, the funny thing is that, like, technically, our family, our dynasty, was the one that lost the country to the French. So I don't think that's something to be proud of.
So fuck Nguyen, Dan. I'm sure they all say.
Yeah. Well,
Guys, do we have a tradition on this podcast?
We do a tradition on this podcast.
Wait, do
is
you
it?
know what I'm talking about?
I maybe you can talk about it.
We probably know it.
I don't know.
but
I don't know what this is. I need to be introduced to this tradition. Is hazing
Yeah.
involved?
Because you never
So-
listen to the podcast. For fuck's sake.
When we have 4 episodes, so we have traditions.
Like
No,
the ones with Mariusz, I understand you don't watch, but like the rest of them, they can be nice.
Yeah. Shows you how much.
I
you care,
love
Dan.
I love the image of someone actually sitting down on the couch watching the television and just looking for an hour at just a picture, like watching our show.
Yeah.
I did wonder if you guys had a
we-
camera set up. So
One day,
no,
one day.
one day.
One day.
Yeah,
It's the future.
yeah.
Yeah.
For the more like handsome guests. So the tradition. Well, we sort of started out the podcast with like telling about our worst stand-up experience.
Okay.
Whether that you be bombing in any way or getting any response afterwards.
Oh yeah, I have a couple of these.
Oh,
Couples.
Yeah.
Oh
Okay.
shit! Not even a West.
I do have a couple.
here's a
Couple
list.
West.
Okay.
Yeah. So I've been doing comedy for 4 years, and in 4 different countries. Although in the case of Malaysia, it was like a few open mics. So it's
Still
a bit of a
counts.
stretch,
It
but
counts,
like
it counts.
sometimes
Counts, it
sometimes
counts.
you just gotta put it in there and just like let it stretch.
Yeah.
Victor doesn't know what that means.
Keep talking.
Keep talking. Okay,
Keep talking, foot.
So no, I first started out in Switzerland, and I was doing okay, not like super well, but doing pretty okay.
well enough that you came to Poland.
Well,
Yeah.
with a roundabout, but yeah. No, I had one night we went to Winterthur to do a show in the basement of a Thai restaurant because that's where they do it.
Yeah.
And I took this set that I had been doing a few times already that did really well in Zurich and in Bern. And then I was in Winterthur. I went to this basement and just dead silence. It was terrible. You know when you have a set where nobody's reacting? You can even look at people's faces because the stage is pretty close.
Was this an open mic or?
No, it was a show.
Did
Oh,
you feel?
and
Were you
what
being
about the
paid?
others? What about the others? Was it just a bad show in general, or?
I don't remember.
Was it? What was the general like demographic? Were they like Swiss tourists?
Yeah, they were
or,
Swiss,
like,
but
Asian. What was the
It's Winterthur, so it's mostly Swiss,
mostly Swiss?
Mostly
So-
Swiss,
so
Germans,
first they-
Swiss
they-
Germans, yeah.
First, so no sense of humor to begin with, and then
Word.
they paid. They're like, now you must make us laugh because we
Yeah.
paid, and then
They didn't pay much on Swiss Germans.
Yeah,
Okay,
I mean
but
the Swiss
still.
are just a bunch of rich assholes, right?
But when you live there, you get used to it, you know?
Nah.
To the
There's some
money.
assholes that you just grow into. Right, Victor?
Nice, nice.
But no, my other one was in Malaysia. I went. There are two really good comedy clubs in Kuala Lumpur. No, wait, there's just one
Really?
because the other one got shut down
Oh yeah.
because of blasphemy laws. It's a whole thing. But I went to that one.
Perfect.
It had a wonderful name. It was called the Crack House Comedy Club, which is
Good.
That's
Fantastic
Sounds
name.
like Zoe.
I thought I was the one who was being too mean to her recently, but okay.
Both of us.
Hey, at least Victor gives her a house. Like that's.
Did you?
Did you?
No, you said crack house.
Guys, I can barely afford these beers.
But no, so this Crack House Comedy Club, great place, great venue, but they didn't know me, obviously, and I was a new person. And I was used to open mics where you're like, oh, let's just try new material. And I didn't know yet at the time, when you go to a new location, new venue, new show, you should probably bring your best material, make a good first impression. I did not. I wanted to try some new stuff. And I didn't know until I got there that they were like, okay, you're new, so you're getting 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
3 minutes.
Whoa, that's nothing.
That's even nothing.
That's
for
a
me,
slap in
dude.
the face.
Kinda, but then I've talked to other people and they say like, yeah, once in a while, like especially at really busy comedy clubs, like say
Right.
in New York or whatever like that.
Yeah, okay.
And 3 minutes is normal, and it's
Yeah,
a
we're spoiled.
challenge. I
We're
want to tell you
spoiled.
that it's definitely a
I
challenge.
heard that in New York, it's just a minute. It's just a New York minute. Hey.
They on the Tony Hinch podcast. What's
I'm
that?
doing then?
What's that Tony Hinch thing that he does? He does a show, Kill Tony. Do you know Kill Tony? So there's a comedian named Tony Hinchcliffe. I think I'm saying it right. Do you know? No one knows. Okay, so it's America, and he's a comedian, and he has this. It's called Kill Tony, where it's a big show, and they have on like so many comedians. It's like half a podcast, and then the comedians come on and they have 1 minute to tell a joke.
Wow.
And it's like filmed.
Yeah,
It's like on
yeah, I
YouTube.
know
You can
that.
watch it. Yeah.
That's
So they've got
nothing.
literally a minute, and then fuck off. And then the next one is a minute, and they have like quite a few, and then they talk shit, and then like some actual comedians will do like 5 minutes, and like it's a whole thing. They have a
Jeez.
band, and it's a whole
It's
show.
it's a challenge, and it's kind of good
That's
to try
crazy.
once in a while to be like, hey, can I really condense a good set down to 3 minutes? And it's a good challenge
Yeah.
just for anybody just to try for themselves and see what you can do with 3 minutes.
True.
But we're talking about bad
We
sets.
definitely would
so,
like-
like, did
Oh yeah,
fuck it
you
up?
still have it. Yeah.
Oh, that was a
Yeah.
terrible set as well. I brought a bunch of friends because I had friends in Kuala Lumpur, and they all came to see for the first time me on stage. And the feedback afterwards was, oh, I thought it was really cool, the nervous, insecure personality that you got on stage. And I was like, that was not intentional.
So 3 minutes, Dan. Are you describing a comedy show or your sex life?
Both.
Okay.
Wow.
That was great.
Wow.
Speaking of jokes that bomb, any other stories?
Yeah, come on, Dan. That was quite. I think we've all had. Did you feel? Okay, so let's go a bit more in depth into this, right? Did you feel? Because I've felt it when you're telling the joke.
When you
And
said
you-
the N word on stage in South
Wait,
Africa.
no, not that one. But yes, that one. But when you're bombing, so like, even before I said the N word, right? When you're bombing, and you know you're bombing, and like you know that there's a punchline coming, but you know so you know, oh, I'm gonna say the punchline, and I know it's not gonna work, but you have to get through it, and you have to do it because you're there. It's the worst feeling ever. Did you have that where you're like, oh shit, I know I'm bombing, and you can feel they know you're bombing, you know you're bombing. And it's the worst feeling.
Of course, I like to feel that we've all been there, but maybe Victor's.
No, not Freek. Freek's never had a bad.
Oh
show.
yeah, we talked about this, and Freek said, "Oh, I don't know, guys. Embarrassing stories, bombing. I've never done that."
But he did find one.
Okay,
He did have one.
define bombing. Like, but the bombing is
Shut
not
up.
getting any.
Shut the fuck up. Just having a bad show.
Yeah.
It's when you go off stage and go to bed and cry yourself to sleep.
Yeah, that one.
Like every
That's
Monday,
bombing.
basically.
But no, like I think it's one of the things like you have to be happy with your own performance, right? You're the metric that matters, right?
True. That's true. You can still bomb, but if you walk off the stage like, fuck these people, I'm awesome.
Okay, but if
That's
you
not
That
really
doesn't
bombing.
really happen.
Come on.
Though. That's-
It happens.
Look, no, if you didn't get a single laugh or just one,
Yeah.
that can't be what your plan was.
True. Yeah.
For
And if
5
if you
minutes.
don't feel shame, then there's something wrong with you. If you don't get a laugh. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It also
I mean,
depends what you want
definitely.
to do with comedy, right? If you want to take it seriously or not.
Yeah.
like that.
Because also like an open mic in general is like you have your 5 minutes on stage. You can technically do whatever you want with it. You know.
It would be cool once to just like tell your buddies like, yo, look what I'm gonna do. It's gonna suck, but it's gonna be like performance art
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
sucking.
yeah.
Like, and I don't know what you would do.
Performance
but
art sucking.
yeah, like you could. I don't know what you could do, but you could do something that, just make the crowd believe that this is just really bad, but you are doing something. I don't know.
First open mic I ever went
It was a
to,
bit
like this was back in Zurich, and this was like part of the motivation to even try stand up. There was one guy, he went on stage on a dare,
Oh yeah.
Sick.
and then he went up there. He was not prepared. He was kind of high, and he basically spent the entire like 6 minutes that he got on stage to talk about how he would smoke just about anything, And then it started out kind of funny, like, oh, this
It's a
guy's
good
talking
bit
about
already.
this. Well, it could be.
It could be. Yeah.
But then it got like kind of old because people were like, wow, he's still talking about this. And then like a few minutes later, it's like, oh my God, he's still talking about it, and that it got funny. And I thought there was no barrier to entry. Anyone can do this.
That
if
sounds
they're-
like a
if they have the
Stuart
guts.
Lee,
For sure.
a Stuart Lee joke where he'll because in comedy it's the threes, right? But Stuart Lee the rule of threes in comedy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So he'll go to like to 15.
But explain it, because I got it. But
Okay.
I'm like,
So the rule of three with comedy is
I've never bombed before.
so comedy genius. So usually if you're going to use an example of something, you're going to do it rule of three. So you're going to give an example, and the third one's going to be like a
yeah. Because
okay. So you interrupt me and keep talking because you're the professional. You go ahead.
He's the
No,
one,
please.
he's
We're
the
all
one who's never
cannot
bombed.
relate.
it is three. It's three because the third one is gonna be a surprise.
Yeah,
A
so
surprise,
a
yeah.
And
misdirection.
with two is already a rhythm.
Mm-hmm.
So if you say, "Oh, my pants, my socks,"
My
then
dick.
you know that I'm talking about clothes. So there's an expectation. It's a rhythm.
It's a subversion of expectations.
So
almost
the
like a
third
song.
one is going to be the other way. Around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's so funny, guys. Did
It's
you
so
think?
fun. Look at
I,
that.
I just want to come
way
I-
better than I did.
Here's the thing. Freek, how long have you been doing comedy now?
Comedy is subjective.
Especially in this case.
But like, and he says he's never bombed. Like Victor, you're a young man. You've been doing
Victor's
comedy for
never
a year
bombed
now.
either.
No, my embarrassing story was that I talked about someone who later congratulated me that I performed, but he didn't know that I talked shit about him for the entire period.
That doesn't sound like bombing.
that's
I'm gonna be
not a
honest.
bomb.
No,
that is not.
I
a
don't
bomb.
think I have bombed the best. I've
Exactly.
like some parts of my story, but also I've been doing it for a year now, and
Which is exactly why you should have at least bombed once.
Yeah.
I think I started off well. And
How many? Can you count the times that you've done comedy on your hands?
If
No.
we would go to
Okay, so
more
a bit more than
difficult audiences, it will happen.
I mean, you can
Like-
count Pilsen on as bombing, but there's also no one
Yeah.
there.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's not bombing. That's just
True
a
that.
shit
But
show.
yeah. When you change your audience and you take some of the same jokes, and then it doesn't always work. You
That's
don't
why
always know.
traveling is the best.
Yeah,
when
yeah,
doing comedy. That's what. Yeah, we got to get out more.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's a good challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
If
have
anyone's
our-
listening to the podcast,
We
firstly,
should be
you're
planning
the only one.
now instead of bullshitting like
Yeah,
what
yeah.
we do right now.
I would love to
Okay.
go on tour, by the way.
Yeah. Well, we.
That's great to know. Thank you.
Good to know. Yeah.
Oh, you can carry
Have
your
fun.
suitcases.
Book our flights.
I'll plan your itinerary. Yeah. But no, actually, it's funny because there was a guy who came to perform here a couple weeks ago. Nick and I, we went to see Jordan Thomas Gray's show.
Oh yeah.
He was touring around Poland, and I was really surprised after we chatted with him that he's only been doing comedy for like a year. and he's been like self-promoting.
That angers me.
I know, right? It angers me too.
But also, he even admitted that he's like on the spectrum, and he's definitely on the spectrum.
And that affects his
Right.
his
I knew
comedy.
there was
How?
something to that face.
Dude, how do you after doing 2 years, right? How the fuck do you, after doing 2 years of comedy, do you, not even the professionals, if you speak to, or if you listen to any of the Louis C.K., any of those guys at that level, they'll say, not a fuck 2 years were they doing their own show, right?
Okay, but was
How
it
do you have the
good?
material that's good enough to, after 2 years, are you fucking kidding me?
But was
Fuck
it
off.
though? Was it good enough?
It was okay. It was okay. I thought it
Exactly.
was fine.
So all he is just dedication and
And
marketing
confidence.
balls.
smart.
He's got balls.
But
And
here's
look,
the-
look,
balls, yes.
look, he didn't bomb, and it wasn't bad. But was it like, like if I had that material, I would still not have the confidence to go, yeah, I'll do a show.
Well, yeah, the confidence is the thing. But here's
Hence,
also
I haven't done one like on my like promoted because it's like Jesus.
funny story from the Swiss comedy scene.
So respect to Jordan for doing
well,
that.
good for him to
Good for
you know
him, yeah.
for have that confidence. I guess.
Respect to that autistic,
Yeah.
not good enough comedian that is touring Poland right now and might return in Wroclaw.
Yeah.
But so in the Swiss comedy scene, especially in the German scene, they had there were some regulars, you know, and then this guy came out of nowhere, came to perform, but he brought a friend who worked for one of the local newspapers, and his friend wrote an article about how like, oh, it was such a controversial comedy set. Is this what's acceptable now? You know, and even though the set was apparently pretty mediocre and not even that extreme, you know.
Do we have any friends, journalists? Do we know any?
We
I
need
know
better
someone who
friends.
writes like cinema reviews,
You know.
but that's about it.
Perfect.
Why?
Perfect.
Because
To do that bullshit, fucking marketing.
this guy actually started to do well because he started to get invited on TV for interviews and stuff like
Because someone
that.
wrote a fucking
because there was a
someone-
journalist. Okay.
someone wrote a
I do know a
review.
journalist, but she does actual stories. She's not.
We are actual stories.
Well, that's
Four men on the
that's
spectrum.
Well, that's what Dan.
What spectrum? Hey.
Psychological spectrum.
But yeah, so like
Well,
basically whatever works for marketing, right?
I do really have a question to you, which is not about you, of course. But yeah, what's like the Swiss humor?
The Swiss
or
humor.
German humor,
That's a good
if
question.
there's a difference.
Do Germans have?
Because we did have some Germans like students at the show, but they seem PC.
They seem a bit scared
Very
of
PC.
controversial.
Yeah.
Very very PC. Except that one guy who I said, because I expected, I was supposed, I asked the audience member, you're racist, right? Like insinuating he's racist, going, you're racist. Expecting what audience member in their right mind would go, yeah, I'm racist. This guy, yeah, I'm racist. What of it? Which completely threw me off.
But you
And it's
should
like-
have prepared for that.
Yeah.
That's on you.
Yeah, okay. It's still
Sorry,
but I
the
mean, how do
master
you?
look.
But so he was German, and he.
But
he
I
was
can
like,
I
you know,
can
he
get
was
that
the
Germans
opposite.
are like that because they still have this guilt of the Second World War, so they just want people to know like, no, we're not that, like we really are.
Depends.
We're good.
Germany's such a weird country because on the one hand it's like there's the stereotype of the efficient, and all that stuff, but on the other hand, the biggest hippies I've ever met were Germans. The hippiest, the most vegan, everything, Germans.
Yeah.
Oh, but that's too far.
Because they go extreme with all of their convictions, just like
guess.
they did in 1930s. And yeah. Now it's just another way, but still, they're
everything they do
they're
is
out there.
extreme.
The one of the other reasons I got into comedy in Switzerland was through a friend of mine who was he got into the Swiss German scene, but he's of Croatian, heritage.
Oh yeah.
But he was born and raised in Switzerland. And I was asking him, like, would you ever go to Croatia and do comedy? He's like, I'd have to change my whole shtick. Because, like, in Switzerland, he's like, oh, I'm the one from Yugoslavia, and here are all the stereotypes, But he said, if I went to Croatia, I'd have to be like, well, I'm from Switzerland, and I have too much money, So it'd be it would be a different vibe that he's going for, so.
For sure.
And that's why traveling helps, because you get. Although it's funnier, I think when you do comedy locally, it's funnier because there's more depth to it, which is you do good at. You're like Wroclaw comedy.
I do like things about Zabka.
But about
Little
Zabka
Poland.
stuff,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
really funny. But I mean, that wouldn't work
Yeah, of course.
anywhere
Yeah.
else.
Yeah.
But
in whole Poland.
and
it
it's
would work,
and
but
it's
okay.
I think it's funnier. Like, look, if I can use one example is Trevor Noah is a South African comedian, and his local stuff is fucking hilarious. But once he's became international, he's had to like dilute all his jokes to make it so everyone can understand.
Yeah.
And he's
He's more generic, you know.
He's
Yeah, there you have to
generic,
like,
generic
adapt to the
stuff.
crowd, right?
Yeah,
Here
and
in
it's-
Poland,
Ugh.
if I say things about Zabka or say Polish word, everyone understands.
Yeah, of
like,
course, but
there-
which is funny. But that's the whole thing. It's like
I
it's
think that's-
funnier if you're more local, but if you do more
I think
mainstream,
that's
it's-
because like no one's
not as fun.
funnier than to have like an in
Like
joke
relatable-
with your friends.
Yeah.
Like nothing's funnier
Yeah.
than just having a joke with your friends.
And
'cause
there's that
it's-
common reference,
it's
you know,
the
that people understand.
smallest group of people understand it, and that
Yeah.
makes it like worth more.
That's why maybe that's why doing.
Am I getting tired of me analyzing humor yet? or-
well, maybe.
I never bombed.
I can add to that. Maybe that's why doing more personal jokes that people can relate to is better. So instead of doing it on like buying shit or like do it more personal, so like an inside joke that everyone can understand.
That's what I think.
Which is like relationships, it's shit like that. I guess
That's the thing. There are
Like
some
more
things you can bring
personal.
anywhere. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what I think
But-
happened at the last Soviet show. Remember when, because we had a show with the three of us and Pavel and Mariusz
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
and Kyle.
Yeah.
Right? Kyle was also there. And Kyle's jokes
Great
bombed.
memory.
Like quite a few of them.
Yeah.
Because it was not to the crowd. The crowd wasn't that edgy. Like few of them anyway. And I feel like mine are not as edgy. I'm more like, inviting for a random crowd, I think.
You're the Trevor Noah.
Yeah,
I wouldn't call
yeah.
myself that at all. maybe his left toenail on a good day. But it was like it's not great jokes that I said. It was just I was just being weird and people could relate to it. Some Polish stuff.
You've got personality, my friend.
Thank
You've got
you.
personality. Yeah, which
There's
is part and
a
parcel.
not to pull out another Swiss comedian, but there's a Swiss French guy called Thomas Wiesel. He's usually performs in French, but he was invited down to South Africa.
Why do I
Tommy-
know that?
Tommy
Is he on
Wiseau?
Netflix?
Thomas Wiesel.
Is he on Netflix?
Wait,
he
that's
is.
the
There's-
guy from The Room.
No, that Tommy Wiseau. That's someone else.
Because there's quite a few French comedians now on Netflix, which is quite weird.
Which-
They're coming up. There's a lot. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
there's
because they don't speak fucking English. So.
two.
Good for them.
So
But
today
I
I,
mean-
went to the
but
shop and this happened.
But no, this guy, he went down
I
to
went
South
to
Africa.
get the baguette, and the man did not even give me
Oh my God,
a
it's the
wine
Tour
ticket. What is happening? What is this about?
regulation size.
I have no red wine with my lunch. What is this?
But this guy, he was invited down to South Africa to do a show, right? To do a big show.
Yeah.
And he literally, or at least this is what he said on stage, he wrote his set on the plane on the way over.
Fuck that guy.
Damn.
That's what he said. Who knows, you know?
Yeah, I
But he
don't
did
know, I don't know
all
this.
this really, really South African referential humor that everybody was getting.
It's not possible to write a joke on a plane about South African humor if you've never been to.
I don't know where he got
Maybe
this
had some
from.
friends or
It's
something.
impossible to write unless they wrote it. Unless people, he was on the plane and they were writing in South Africa and sending him shit to like
knows?
that. That was his writing.
Could
It
have
was
been,
just
could
him
have been.
memorizing the jokes.
But regardless, either way, it doesn't matter. Is he prepared a set that apparently a lot of South Africans were like, "Whoa, he gets us."
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So like,
We're racist. Yes. Yes.
There was a concert in Poland. I remember it was a foreign artist, and they just said "Dzień Dobry" on stage. Crowd went wild.
Jesus
Just like
Christ,
just a
that's
singer,
so
no
cheap.
one word. It's like hello.
I fucking that is so. Why does that amaze you? Like, how much of a amoeba brained fucking being are you if that excites you?
Do you know-
Fuck.
this happens everywhere though. People get so impressed by
Yeah.
just the basic.
Do you know
basic
my
language
new
lines.
favorite thing is going to concerts in Wrocław, obviously, and seeing the performers try and say Wrocław. It's
Wroclaw.
good evening. Yeah, that was Apocalyptica. These Finnish guys. Good evening, Wroclaw. It's like that's not how you say it.
To be fair, Wrocław.
Bonobo did well. Bonobo, they said Wrocław. I think he kind of nailed it. Yeah, and then someone else. They bombed.
What's
yeah.
up, Breslau?
To be fair, Wrocław
that I
is-
would respect if some German artist would come out.
What's up, Breslau?
Wie geht's, Breslau? Yeah!
But like Wrocław is much more metal as a name, to be honest. Don't you think?
Wrocław.
Breslau is, yo, because it's like Nazi. You can see everyone dressed in leather.
Right.
That's hard.
Yeah,
That's hard.
Yeah, and also in Halle Stulecia, right? You guys know Halle Stulecia. It's a huge for everyone on the listening. The four of them,
It's the
which will be
world's
you guys later.
biggest heroin needle.
It's a massive, beautiful hall, Centennial Hall, where they have shows. But fun fact: Hitler used to do speeches there. That's
Very
where he,
fun fact.
rallied. That's where he rallied
Oh,
the
I
troops
didn't know
there
that.
in
I knew that he
yeah.
stayed like in the building just above where Nespresso used to be.
Oh, is it? Yeah. And so that's where then he'd go. So he'd stay there, and then
Yeah.
he'd go and rally the troops when it was during the Breslau era.
And then he would go to Mleczarnia to the open mic show every Monday.
Yeah. There with the Derek
What's about
Carvey
these
in the
Jews,
book.
huh? What's about these Jews? Where are they? Are they down here? Down there? Who knows?
Those
my God.
coins we get, those coins we get for free beers, they actually were buttons from the
Oh.
the uniforms the Jews used to wear.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Allegedly.
Nice.
According to
the
some man you met
Mlecharks.
in the pub.
Mlecharki.
It makes sense, seeing as they're used for free beer tokens.
It's quite a smart idea. Just give free beer for someone to go on stage for 5 minutes. So easy entertainment.
It's pretty.
Go perform. You get a beer.
It's pretty standard. It's pretty.
People
But
would go
is
on
it
without.
economical? Yeah, I'd go on. But is it economical?
A
I
beer,
suppose
in Mleczarnia is 14 zloty.
I know it used to be like 9, right? Only like 3
Okay,
years
that-
ago, it used to be 9.
But
10.
but then how much do they make from all the other people buying beers and stuff? So
Exactly.
you know.
Yeah, apparently it's plus. Never mind. Worldwide comedy still gets paid, but yeah.
Yeah.
We are just at a little break where we're gonna have to like last time we were practicing our ad reads, but now I hear we have a real ad read. This is for the product. Dan, what's this product that we're selling today?
Nic Knickers.
Knickerboxers? Sorry,
Yeah.
what? Like his friends? What?
Next Knickers.
You know Knickers.
No, I get it.
Oh, okay.
Huh?
Do you?
No, I don't actually.
No, I don't think
Sorry.
you
Next
do.
Knickers.
You never get
No,
Knickers, do you?
because you have the ad read copy in front of you. I don't, so that's,
Oh,
that's,
right.
that's
Dan,
why.
just
Oh, I'm
read it.
sorry, I'm
just
sorry,
read
I'm
it.
sorry,
Dan,
I'm
just
sorry.
read it with confidence. Here we go.
I thought I read it,
Nic
but it,
Snickers,
Here we go.
which is like Knickers.
yes, exactly. Yeah. Now you know how to spell it when you
Music,
put it on
music,
the
music.
on the ad read thing. So okay. So Nic Knickers.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm feeling it. All right. So Nic Knickers, the only Knickers that your vodka beer will drop.
I
Wow.
like it. I like it.
Sounds
That
hot.
is a good. I can attest to that being a neck.
Where can we find these
Myself.
niggas? The Knickers. Where can we find these? No, it's my Dutch pronunciation. I'm sorry. Just
Spotify, please. Spotify, please. YouTube, please. Don't take us off, please. I'm back.
Sorry, but just
Yes.
I have to ask. Where are my Knickers at?
Oh, your Knickers? Oh, they're in the dark side of Wroclaw in Poland.
They're in my pants.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are.
As next
Where all
Knickers.
the cool people hang out on
This
the
is
west
a great
side.
ad,
Are there
guys.
flavors?
I
Are there
would buy this
flavors of
product.
next Knickers? Are there are there flavors? Are they edible Knickers, or are they? What kind of flavors do we get?
Oh, I think
Do we
there's.
get soupy, sweaty
Do you,
Knickers?
do you want white or red, just like wine?
Oh,
Oh, fruity. Guys, speaking of this, actually, it's mildly related. Today I saw this advert of Zabka.
Yeah.
They have a new hot dog called the Black Dog.
No.
And this is real. I took the picture today.
Of course you would
that-
know.
that
You
looks
would keep
like
up to
a
date
hot
with
black
Jabka
dog.
Look at
hot
that.
dogs.
It's called the Black Dog. What it tastes like? No idea. I haven't
Can you
tried.
show me that?
I've heard that once you go black, you don't go back. So
That's who is that?
I have no idea. It's
Is it-
called
That's
the
a
is it-
reference to
Black Dog.
something like.
is it
like-
Toddy?
It's a limited edition.
so,
but I've-
so Tidy, all Tidy has to do is stand outside of Zabka, wait for a girl to buy a black hot dog, and go, "Yep, I know what she likes."
This one's mine.
Bam.
I saw this thing on Twitter, which I thought was hilarious. Was a guy giving a tip to pick up girls. So Nick, listen. It was basically instead of downloading a dating app, you
Yeah.
just go to Facebook Marketplace
Oh
and
yeah.
you type in wedding dresses. So
Okay.
everyone you will find is single women, and you can even select them by size.
What?
It's beautiful because
So like
people
the-
selling wedding dresses are people who didn't get married probably.
What? And then what? You'd be like,
No,
"Hey, I'm
they're
interested
just-
in a wedding dress. Do you want to go on a date? Like, how the fuck do you?"
Wait, isn't that percentage higher? Of like, because they just sell it because they've worn it during their.
I think a lot of
wedding,
people
that's it.
who get married and wear it will keep it as a memory, no?
No. If you're stingy,
Yeah,
like,
we don't have enough.
What's pickup advice? Who are you taking this advice from?
I read it online.
bad.
I have a girlfriend. I don't care. It
It
seems smart because you select them by size.
I just feel like we need more women on this
more funny than
podcast so
smart.
that we can actually ask these questions.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
You know, like what do you do with the
no
wedding
women
dress?
allowed.
We should
They're
have
not funny
more than
enough.
0 women on the podcast.
More than 0. Okay.
Okay.
A little bun for that hot dog.
What
you
is
know,
it with
for that
bringing
black
this
dog.
whole gender thing? Fuck that.
I'm just saying.
I'm sorry. Can we stop? If you're funny, you're on. If you're not funny, fuck off.
Well, I'm
So why is Dan here then?
I just
Because we've run out of people.
No, joking.
And
No, I
also,
just-
and also, we needed an Asian quota, so he's here because he's
Yeah,
Asian.
Ah,
and
so-
you only had half of one before, so you know.
Yeah,
Bottom
we
half.
need the full package.
Yeah, wait, what's our quotum right now? We are 2.5 white? No, 2 1/3 white.
No, wait,
and-
what, half?
No,
half
two-and-a-half.
white. Okay,
Two-
full
two-thirds.
white, full white,
2/3.
half white. So we're
I'm 2/3.
Two-thirds.
2/3 white.
So
Yeah.
2/3 white. Then
Two-thirds.
we're
My dad
One-
is. My mom is 75%
We're
Asian.
1.5 Asian.
1.5 Asian. 1/3 Asian.
We're
And then
Two
there's
Dutch.
2.5 Dutch.
two Dutch.
Two Dutch.
One
Ah,
Dutch and
together.
half.
Okay,
two
yeah,
Dutch.
yeah.
Ah, yes.
Wait, so yeah, I'm 1 Dutch.
Yeah.
He's half Dutch and you're half Dutch.
Half Dutch, yeah.
Right.
And half Polish. So we've got a Polish representative right here, Dzień Dobry.
Sorry, why? No, why?
Oh, he said it!
He said Dzień Dobry.
Oh my God!
He knows the language!
Show your titties. How are you Polish?
My father's 100% Polish.
Oh, what? How the fuck did I?
Is that how you ended up here?
Okay, but which
No,
one?
No. Biological.
Okay.
The biological one.
Alright, okay.
It's a multiple choice question for Nick.
Because he was, you know, when during apartheid, if white is right, as my father used to say, still says. So he studied aeronautical engineering.
Runs in the family.
Yeah, during apartheid, white is right. So if you were white,
Yeah, but you said he still says it.
no, that's how when he. No. I don't mean he thinks that. I just mean that's like he. That's how he explains how he got to South Africa. He doesn't think it anymore. Anymore. He doesn't think it.
He
He
a
just
bit more clear about that.
like if you ask him today, he'll be
Shit.
like,
Give me
I was
that.
there because white is right. Because if you're coming from Poland, right, he couldn't get into the USA because he couldn't really speak the language, and they could get like Dutch and the Germans and Spanish people and German scientists, you know, not some fucking communist Polish engineer. So but South Africa was like, yeah, we need all the engineers we can get. Come on over, and that's how he ended up in South Africa. And he met my mom.
I've heard
Yes,
that.
as an ex-Nazi, he was just taken in
trying to-
because they needed him.
True, yeah.
So
So,
badly.
on the list, it was like engineer, tech, racist, tech, perfect.
That must
you're
have happened, like in the Second World War. Like when the Second World War ended, Nazis fled Germany, and
They went everywhere.
just all these third world countries are like, "You're a Nazi, okay, but you're a dentist as well."
Oh, you're a good
Alright.
dentist? Yeah, all right. But you're a German dentist. All right, you can stay.
I actually heard that a lot of Poles and Ukrainians and Russians and so on, like they go to the U.S. and a lot of them become white nationalists because, you know, they weren't respected here in Europe, and then now in America they're white.
Ah. Why? Because in Europe they're not white. They're considered
Well,
Slavs and
Because
like, lower-
everyone in Europe is more or
Yeah.
less white, right? But
Makes
then like
sense.
Western Europeans, Eastern Europeans, there's a little bit
Are
of a
the-
thing.
Are Europeans?
I wouldn't trust Poles in the U.S. for sure.
I wouldn't trust Paul, full stop.
How? Obviously,
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not from here. But I mean Europe. So and you guys are from Europe. How racist are Europeans really against each other?
I mean,
Like
Each
really,
other.
let's
Yeah.
real talk.
Depends on the country.
How racist really are you guys against each
we
other?
are
Like,
quite racist
Wait,
to each
Turks
other.
are not European, right?
No.
No.
Like, for example,
Okay, so
when
you're
I
racist
when I
against
told my
Turks?
friends I was moving to Poland to study,
Yeah.
they're like, "Oh, what are you becoming? A plumber?"
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, that's more of a
Um,
stereotype, but were they like, ugh, why
No,
into
but-
Poland? That's where the lower class people are.
No,
Was it like
no,
that?
no.
Or was it
They
like...
might actually think that in the back of their heads.
But
so I will
You
say
get
that.
frowned upon when you say
Yeah.
you're going here. For
A
example.
lot of people think
Okay,
it's just a
okay.
poorer country. Like, why would you go? Yeah.
Yeah, why would you go there? It's better here. Okay, makes sense.
It was actually, here's an interesting one. So like I have a friend, she's Serbian, yeah. And she used to live in Germany, and she said totally fine when I was in Germany. You know, no ill treatment for Serbians there. She came to Switzerland, and Switzerland has a big chip on its shoulder about people from the former Yugoslavia, and just in general. They have the negative immigrant stereotype there.
Okay.
So
Oh, okay, so there are some stereotypes, and obviously you have the certain.
But as a
European
Serb and a
countries working-
German, you can just share all these stories about genocide,
About cleaning
how
up,
it
you know.
was, and you know.
Yeah.
it's
How
just
did
a
you do it?
great
How
old
was it?
time.
How was it?
Okay, so there is some
You remember this smell?
mild
The skeletons in your
mild
backyard.
racism. So there's some mild racism in Europe generally.
Yeah, prejudice in general, you know.
Prejudice, yeah.
Yeah.
I would call it prejudice.
What is the one country that everyone hates? Germany. France.
Everybody hates
I
everybody.
would say, if
I'd say France. They're
Ger-
just
Germany's
so
one, actually.
hateable.
Spain?
Huh?
Germany is no, not really
James.
Spain.
Spain too has many basic bitches. Going
I don't like the Spanish. They haven't really represented
I didn't
themselves
expect
well
that
here
from
in
your
Poland.
mouth at all.
It's true. Come on.
That just called Spanish girls basic bitches.
No,
I
no,
don't
no,
know how to
no, no,
feel
no,
about
no,
it.
no. Girls who like, oh, I want to go to Spain. Oh,
No,
it's
that's
so
true.
sexy there. Oh, basic bitches, all of them.
Fiesta.
I want to go.
Siesta.
True that.
Siesta.
Yeah, yeah.
Cuck. Yeah, okay, I get that. I get that. Okay.
I met a girl once who was kind of like, well, why would I ever need to leave Europe? I can go to Spain and Italy for beaches. And, you know.
But if you look at like the football teams and you look at the Spanish team and you have like Piqué,
They're the most
Uh,
racist.
Sergio Ramos, like those are some dream-like men.
Some handsome man, to be fair.
For
yeah.
sure, because they got beards as well as like dark features.
Oh, come on. There are handsome men all over the place, including around this table, my friends.
Around this side of the table, yeah.
Yeah, let's end this podcast right now. We're gonna have a circle jerk.
We'll be back, ladies and
We'll be
gentlemen.
right back.
In about 20 seconds, actually.
Yeah, 20 seconds, just right back, just on the beep, beep.
All right, we're back.
All right, we're back.
That
yeah.
was
wow. That was a
was
great
a
old
Jesus,
time.
it's still on my eye.
That was such
Yeah.
a quick circle joke. I was impressed.
I gotta clean up. All right.
Let's
guys
talk
are
about
really-
Sunday's
Dan, have
roast
you been
battle.
eating pineapple?
Let's talk about the roast battle.
Oh, the
Sunday.
roast battle.
We have a roast battle coming up.
Dan, why aren't you performing in the roast battle?
I am performing in the
All of
roast
us
battle.
are in.
No, you're not.
All of us are in.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
you're not,
yeah.
'cause
All of us
I
are in.
checked.
We're one.
it's
we're
'cause
half.
Yeah.
I'm up
Show.
against Jonut.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, you are. I don't know
We're
why I didn't
all
see
from
that.
different lineups.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
We're all
we
facing
are
different
one
people.
half of the first. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, how sick. So none of us
That's
performing each
awesome.
other. That's very
It's
Yeah,
cool.
possible that,
Performing on
that
each
Freek and Nic will be in semi-final and we could be in semi-final. It's possible.
We
This
could
is
all
true.
be facing each
This
other.
Is true. So in the semi-final, so the big dogs at the end. Ooh.
Dear, dear, dear,
Oh,
dear.
Okay,
so
okay.
one of
We're
us,
all-
one
we're
of us
also-
might be in the final.
We're also veterans of the last roast battle that we had, so
Ooh la
yeah,
la.
we were all there before.
Who went to the final, guys? Who went to the final?
Okay.
Me.
Well, let's look at the future.
Who lost to me in the first round? Freek.
Who had the
Who
most
did you
friends
take a
at the
joke
show?
from?
The comedy master lost in the first round. The comedy master.
Well, I've read in the book about comedy that you shouldn't like bite, but apparently that's no problem. Steal jokes, bite. Bite is a hip
Oh,
hop.
sorry, these
Bite is a
professional
hip-hop
comedy
term.
terms I just don't understand.
Okay, but
That's a sound
Break it
bite
down
for
for
later,
the
right?
Anyway.
simple-minded youth.
Are you got how much did you guys write already for Sunday the roast?
I have 4 jokes for Banshee, and I must admit, I'm not.
You're not happy yet.
I haven't. No, I just haven't put any effort into it. I'm gonna be honest. I have because I put so much effort into it, and I feel like I didn't really get the amount out.
Maybe keep
So,
it simpler.
I'm gonna yeah. So my plan is just keep it simple, keep it light, and
Have
then
you ever watched RuPaul's Drag Race? Like
I
whenever
have one episode. I watched the comedy episode where they had to do stand up.
Yeah. So it's this drag queen show. You know, RuPaul's
never
Drag
watched
Race.
I've heard of it. I've never
Sometimes
watched
they do stand up, but RuPaul's advice is always like keep it stupid simple.
Yeah.
I think that's actually pretty good.
But for the race, also I'm gonna try focus on the I'm giving all my fucking advice here. My
just
fucking tips here.
enunciate and you'll win.
Yeah, just talk clearly.
I swear to God.
Okay.
Just have 5 simple jokes for Benji. Enunciate, you'll win.
Okay.
Right
great.
for the rest.
Okay, so right for you, because
I mean, we can
I feel like I should-
explain a bit of time.
I feel like I should take. You should take advice from Victor since he was the
Because
one
he's
who
Irish.
almost made
Benji's
it.
Irish, who you're going up against, so it'll be easy.
Oh, he's
Okay.
Irish, right? Yeah.
Okay, Dan,
Yes.
what about you?
You're going up against
What's your
Jonut.
preparation?
I'm up against Jonut, and here's the thing.
Romanian, well-dressed,
That's the
handsome
thing.
guy.
Last time he was great.
skinny.
He's such a nice guy too. You know, it's a little
Hell
hard. Yeah, but like and by hard I mean my dick.
The
Dun, dun, dun.
gay
But-
jokes tonight. Oh. Dan
But-
is on fire.
I know. Yeah.
Do we need
it was
another
the it was
break? Do we need another break?
it was the friction, Nick. It was the friction.
Okay.
All right. So
It
did
always
you
is.
write already?
I wrote a couple, not totally. They're like ideas. They're not fully developed yet. But like someone actually suggested, someone pointed out to me, and I'm not going to use it on stage, so that's why I'm going to tell you guys here.
Okay.
But his current haircut apparently reminds people that told me of Sideshow Bob from The Simpsons.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Do you know who we're talking
That's
about?
the psychopath, right?
Yeah.
He's always in prison, but
I'm not going to use that on stage. No one's going to get that. But
No,
Keep it
yeah.
stupid simple.
yeah, exactly.
RuPaul.
Keep it.
But it's a thing that I can't get out of my brain now.
Keep it stupid simple. That's what you said.
RuPaul.
RuPaul's
Did
got
you mean
it.
to say that?
RuPaul.
You mean to say keep it stupid simple?
That's what RuPaul says.
Oh, hectic. Okay.
I'm up against Mariusz, of course, and me and Mariusz.
You can share your strategy though.
Yeah,
yeah,
no,
he's
I
an
can
underdog,
share
but
part of my strategy.
I think Mariusz is an underdog.
I can
Yeah,
just
for
release
sure.
this
Yeah.
after Sunday.
I'm gonna play his own game.
Oh yeah.
Just-
What game is that?
Fuck
Let's
yeah.
just say it that
Pretending to be like I don't know, like a squirrel. Like
no,
fucking-
no. I'm
No,
gonna
no, like
play
Vic-
his own
what?
game.
Victor
Person.
sang on stage on Monday, so you know.
I'm gonna play his own game.
Oh
That's,
what?
that's
Oh,
what
that's
some
gonna be
people would say.
exciting.
It's gonna be a battle of the singers.
it's gonna be
This is
fun.
Looking forward to
insane.
it.
Oh my god, guys! I posted this part of the last set
Yeah,
on,
where?
on TikTok and Instagram, and
Yeah.
I for a second I thought it was going viral. I got 40 likes in 5 minutes,
Oh wow.
and I thought I was
Okay.
going places, but then it stopped.
And then you
Ah.
bought.
But I have like 140 likes now on both.
That's not bad.
Ah,
Pretty nice.
that's
It's
not
like
bad.
1,000 views on TikTok, I think. Not bad.
1,000 views.
The
that's
last one
not
got
bad.
2,000. So pretty nice.
You got good friends that actually watch
You got nice
That's
friends.
good.
And
Yeah,
people
yeah.
like also shit on random people just liked it and stuff. It was nice.
Yeah, very nice. You have to have the right hashtags, you know, get people in.
And hashtags.
Mm.
Hashtag sexy handsome boy.
Did you add anything to it or just keep it raw?
I added subtitles,
Okay. Yeah. Good.
Mm.
Mhm.
which by the way takes so long.
Yeah. I'm not gonna
Adding
bother.
subtitles is disgusting. It
It
took me
takes
like
a while.
40
On
minutes.
TikTok, it's bullshit. I put it
Yeah.
on my computer and then I do it on the computer. It's like quicker.
Oh,
and
the
easier.
social medium called your computer.
yeah. No,
good.
I put on a
You
program on
invite
the computer.
friends to your home. Be like, hey, go watch.
No, that's where I put in. That's where I edit it, and then I download it back onto my phone, and then I put it on Insta, TikTok.
I just do it on my phone. Like I just put the subtitles, but very easy. Like just put text
Yeah.
for a certain amount of time, and I try to keep it short to a 1 minute clip. You know,
Yeah.
it's not too bad. I've done it on the tram once. Like I just like quickly just did it.
And you, well, Kyle once got. He also got. I think got like 1,500 views and quite a good bunch of likes on TikTok, and he had no subtitles, and it was at Charnakot. It's a long time ago.
No.
Yeah, and it blew up for some reason. That's where you never know why these things.
No, true.
Shit, man.
But
Here
you
go.
need some nice like very. Don't be afraid to use very general hashtags. So for
Yeah,
example,
I do.
my best performing reels on Instagram were like hashtag Asian. You know.
Wow.
That's pretty specific. You
I put
Asian.
hashtag Poland for example, hashtag comedian and just had random shit like that. It also is
Also, I use on TikTok. I use FYP for your
for you page.
No idea what that means.
I mean, you have
But I use it.
You have 2 pages. It's following and for you.
It's
like-
actually a racist dog whistle hashtag.
Oh, so it suits me just fine.
That's probably what worked. Yeah.
KKK invented FYP.
Hashtag KKK. Oh, there must be one. I'm sure there is. On old TikTok.
You could give it a go. Maybe get all the racists on, you know, and then you can ask them in the crowd.
Keep my head shaved.
Oh, you raised everyone at the same time. Fuck yeah! and they said N-word as well. It's a win-win.
I think I've got a
And
following.
and Freek as well
I think
today.
I've got a following. Yeah.
So if any company will ever hear this in the future, please still sponsor us. Like I would love it. Like I'm sorry for their mistakes. I'm still innocent. Just sponsor me.
The
Just
KKK can sponsor
don't
us.
even sponsor us. Just me. It's okay.
Mhm. He's brown enough. He can handle it.
Mhm. For sure.
I can't. I'm from the suburbs now. From the Dutch suburbs.
Are you? What is a Dutch suburb? Because when you think suburb, you think American style houses, white picket fence garden,
Or
What
British
is-
ones. Which
We
just
say
endless
in
bricks.
Dutch, rijtjeshuizen.
Yeah. where you have like
House in a row.
you have attached houses.
Yes.
In a row. Also, fun fact for all those. I mean, sorry. Well, for me, I think this is new.
This is not gonna be funny. I
Having
already
never
know it.
traveled before. Well, no, I have, but I mean, having never been in Europe, and you go to the Netherlands, you don't see anywhere else in the world is so everything's close together, and you have like the houses on the streets and all the apartments, right? All houses, apartments, or semi-attached apartments or houses, whatever they're called. You walk right by the massive windows.
Yeah.
You walk right by their windows, and these Dutch people have their curtains open, and you can just like look in. The only thing that's separating you from their family having dinner is a piece of glass.
Yeah.
And you can just stand there and like watch them. And
You're not supposed to.
you're not supposed to,
Yeah,
but you
watch.
can.
That's why I have a restraining order, Nick.
And
We
like
talked
they
about
don't,
it.
and they don't seem to mind.
True.
It's like look into our lives.
I
And like
found a fun game. Like
That's
you walk by all these windows and you look for someone who's smoking weed.
ah,
And at that
Knock on their
point,
door.
if you see that, you're gonna keep walking by and just look ahead, like once a minute. And that guy will start believing that you're an NPC.
yeah.
Then you're gonna dress differently every time.
That's one way to spend your afternoon. No, but it's true. We have huge
pretty
windows
good.
next to the street. Everyone can look into it.
I quite like the.
And my
I
dad
like
is
looking at the
always
decor.
at least half naked.
Oh really? So
no,
he
it's-
lives. Is that so? That's a Dutch suburb. and he
Wait, what
lives-
way around at least? Like
I said half
Shirt
naked.
half
I
naked.
won't specify.
at least half naked to
Like a
naked,
shirt
or
on?
at least half naked to
At
dressed?
least half naked to naked. I would say.
Nice.
I am so looking forward to meeting your dad.
He's coming this weekend. Actually.
Oh yeah. Oh,
He's coming to the
fuck.
roast battle. He's coming to the open mic.
Shit.
And
yeah,
on
we
Wednesday,
gotta.
What
little
about
storytelling evening because I'm going to perform there too.
What about your mother?
Also coming.
What about your mother?
Just coming, not coming.
What about your mom?
My mom is also coming. The married woman with 2 children.
What
yes,
is she
Who
like?
speaks your language, so you better be polite.
Birthed you.
Yeah.
She doesn't speak my language though, sadly.
Dude,
She does
she's
speak
coming
my
to a
language.
roast. She's gotta have a sense of humor.
What the fuck was that?
Love.
I'm just scared she's gonna get roasted at the roast battle. They're gonna get roasted for sure.
Are there
Oh, yeah.
photos of
I mean, but if Mariusz dares to roast my parents,
he doesn't.
he doesn't.
He
I
won't.
don't think he
He
will.
won't.
He won't.
He's
I don't
like,
think he's capable.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry and I'm awkward.
But you never know. You never know. Maybe he'll be vicious on the roast battle. You never know, right?
Well, that's what I was saying. He's the
That's the only
underdog,
thing,
right?
because I think it's really funny, and I think the ukulele is great. I don't know how it's gonna translate to roasting.
But then
'Cause
again,
I don't feel like
okay,
he has it in him to
let's-
roast people. He's too nice.
Also, he's not actually a funny comedian.
wow.
Jesus, Nick.
Shit.
He's
Nick!
he's
we
funny.
got a premiere.
He's funny with a guitar. You take a guitar away, he's fucked.
It's not a guitar even.
A ukulele, fine. But you
Dan,
take,
look at
you
these
take
two
away
masters of comedy.
you take
teaching
away
us
his
what's funny and
instrument.
what's
You take
not.
away his instrument, and there's not much. So he might struggle.
He's
He might
also the
struggle.
first one to admit that. So you know. It's
Yeah,
okay.
exactly. So I'm just stating fact.
I don't.
Wait. I know
Sorry,
one. I
Marius.
know one for
Sorry,
the roast
Marius.
battle. Just take his ukulele, fucking throw it across the fucking hall. Like now, roast me.
Fuck you, Mariusz. I was thinking of just getting ukulele,
I'll pay for that.
playing 2 chords and just saying fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
Dude, do that. That's the best way. Just
That's how impressive it is. You know, you pull
It
out
goes
the
in
ukulele.
threes. Comedy is in threes. Just remember.
You know, but you know that man. That's a brave man to pull out his instrument every week. You know, show
Sure.
everybody how small it is. That he
It
can
is.
still play it. You know.
is.
Is this still talking about ukulele or is this something else?
we got another ad read.
Oh yeah.
This one's about. I have the ad read copy here. Actually, it's about your mom's rug. Sorry, I'm just gonna hand it to Victor. Your mom's rug. What is this?
Hello everyone, this week, 1+1 deal on your mom's rug.
Your mom's rug.
And you may ask, who is your mom? It's actually Freek's mom.
My
It's
mom.
very hairy. Your mom's rug is very hairy. It's based on the back of Freek's mom. It's very soft. You can lay on it, and you can lay down butt naked.
It's also
My mom's a gorilla.
it's also an antique.
It's antique,
Yeah, so it's
aged like
very
fine
old.
wine
Ring,
from the
ring,
east of
ring,
the
ring.
Netherlands, close to Germany.
It's got
Oh,
this-
we have a
Ring, ring,
caller.
ring,
It's got
ring.
an
We have a
old
caller,
neighbor
ladies and gentlemen.
smell.
Excuse me. Yes. You know, long-time fan, first-time caller. I have a question about your mom's rugs.
Please ask.
Do the curtains match the drapes?
Oh, sir, they do. As I said, 1+1 free, available everywhere, except for Bidroka.
If you call now, you'll get 2-for-1 special, the carpets and the drapes.
If you call now, you'll get actually a funny joke from Freek, which is rare. So call in.
Please call.
Oh, we have a caller! Oh my God, we have a caller!
Please, please, please. I'm the biggest fan.
You're a fan of Freek Keesen?
And the only one.
Are you sure?
Are you sure you're not just a fan of his mom?
Well, you see, I'm
Mom's
just...
right.
Oh,
Sorry,
okay,
sorry.
and we have Freek on the other line. Hello, Freek, how are you doing today?
Hi, yeah, hi. Yeah. Sorry, what are you doing with my mom?
I'm selling her on the internet.
Her rug.
Just her
and
back,
the
or-
customer, our customer, what's your name, customer?
Is she supposed to like lay there, or are you gonna shave her and that? And then,
How about both?
huh?
Our customer purchased the
Frank,
rug.
we have a question. How often do you have to clean your mom's rug?
It gets super dirty actually once a day for sure. Get the Roomba, but
the
also
Roomba,
you're gonna
okay.
want to.
Do I have to air it out
water.
often?
Can it handle humidity?
Oh, it's humid.
It's soaking wet.
Yeah.
It's absolutely moist. It's like a sponge. It's like a little Dutch sponge with a vagina. That's what it is. It's a sponge with a vagina and a stupid face. That too. The next one is a joke from Freek. You promised our customers a funny joke when we would sell the rug.
Perfect for the winter time.
So
Warm and
there's
soft.
2 Germans walking on the street. Should I tell a real joke?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. There's 2 Germans walking on Rienek, and they're approached by a pusher for the strip club, right? And I see that, and I just think that's bad. I'm not gonna actually.
We'll be
this.
right back after the break. And we're back to the podcast. Let's go.
Yeah. Okay. So that was the ad read for your mom's rug.
So far, we've sold 16.
Have we got any
mom's
good
rugs.
last topic? We have 10 more minutes, guys.
Well, that's one way to end the show.
That was a little anticlimactic there.
Any
You
little
put a lot of pressure on
10
everybody.
last minutes to talk about something interesting. How about this Qatar bullshit? Anyone watching
Okay,
the
okay,
World
okay,
Cup?
okay.
Because I don't know about you, but I'm super happy when I see that a fan in Qatar, like someone who's gone to Qatar to watch the World Cup, that they're suffering in those concentration style camp, $3,000 fucking bullshit things.
The migrant
I'm so
workers.
happy. I'm so excited to see how much they're suffering. Because how fucking stupid
Yeah,
do you have to
yeah.
be
Like-
to think that you're gonna pay lots of money, go to Qatar and have a good time, and support all the bullshit that they're doing? Like they deserve. Like if you've gone to Qatar
You
to
shouldn't-
support them and you're suffering, you deserve it. You
Exactly,
fucking deserve it.
like
Fuck
when
you.
you
You deserve it.
when you get on that screen and you're like, oh, hi, what up? Don't be like that. You shouldn't want to have your face on television, showing yourself in
Supporting
Qatar.
Qatar World Cup.
Yeah. Like me watching the game at home. No one's gonna. If I have cable TV, no one knows that I'm
Well,
watching.
all right.
No one registers that, right?
Yeah.
But if you go to Qatar and you pay the big ass price for this ticket and everything, that.
Well,
I actually have a
that's
question
really
for you guys.
Supporting
There's-
it.
okay.
There's something that happened today. I just heard about it. I didn't see it because I was busy working jobs, unlike some other people.
Hi, I have a name.
So apparently Germany played today, and beforehand they did this little protest
Yes,
thing
they
where
did.
they like covered their
Oh,
Can
mouths.
someone?
yeah.
Good.
They did.
I wondered about that. What was that in protest?
So Germany and a lot of other countries wanted to wear a captain's armband that says "One Love" with the rainbow flag.
and what
In
does that
protest
represent?
against the LGBT rights in Qatar, which are
Ah.
non-existent, basically.
Yeah.
The FIFA said that they can't do it
They
to,
get a yellow
to,
card.
to respect the local laws and local culture. And instead of that, the German football team, before the game, they take a picture all together, right? They all put their hands in front of their mouth, as Dan said, to say, like, if they take away our band, you're taking away our voice. That's what they say. And they lost against Japan, which is quite funny. And then afterwards, some pictures of Japan fans online were celebrating and all doing this, like, ooh, like doing the same mouth
Because
side.
Japan doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But also, the German coach once was caught with his pants
Yes.
up his balls
I have a story about this.
and then sniffing it.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
But then also, obviously, whenever players come off the pitch, he dabs them. So there were like these photos of like him going into his crotch, sniffing it, giving a high five to his players, and then all these players like with their hands in front of their mouths.
No, so I met him. I went to a game once in Germany.
Did you shake his hand?
No, but I was next to him at the urinals of the toilets.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did he wash his hands?
I didn't check because they happened before this whole thing happened.
You were so starstruck.
What
You just
does
sucked his
that
dick.
matter when he's gonna go? Yeah, he's gonna go with his hand into his crotch after anyways.
I was like
Why
12.
would
I was
he
like
wash
12
this was-
years old and
this
looking at
was-
him like, oh, it's him.
Oh my goodness! And this was on. Oh, that's right, because you're still a baby. Was this on public? And this was during a football match. The guy.
Yeah,
put
like
his
live-
hand-
Yeah. Like there's
Talk
10
about-
cameras on you at all times.
comfortable.
He also
Yeah.
scratched his ass actually,
Oh word.
not just his balls.
Oh, he's German. Come on, that.
It's like brushing
Like
your
you've
teeth
never-
in German.
Wait a
Like you've never scratched your
Right,
ass.
back to the human rights violations.
Oh man.
Oh, okay,
What a smooth bridge.
Okay.
It's also
what about
the
it? What
funniest
about
topic, you know.
it is quite hilarious.
Well,
But I don't get it. What I don't get is just how blatant it is, and like no one's doing anything.
I
It's
will
just
say
so
though, like
blatant.
women saying
Nothing's
that
happening.
we shouldn't watch the matches, and they still buy their clothes in H&M. Like fuck you, man.
yeah, there's a double standard
Wait,
everywhere.
are women saying that? Are women saying we shouldn't watch the matches? Or is this
Amongst
just your
others.
girlfriend?
Yeah, amongst others.
And his mom.
This is just your girlfriend and your mom.
From your mom's rug.
But this is the thing with this. Like, there's a lot of countries with imperfect systems. You know, the world, everyone. You know,
Yeah, like
Okay,
if we
but
can't
there's
support anything in
imperfect,
Africa,
and
we
then there's
can't do
like
anything.
dictatorship.
oh sure,
Yeah,
like-
but there's a lot of dictatorships.
There's incompetence, and then there's like
But yeah,
Qatar.
so it's well, yeah. But it's just one of those things where it's kind of like, okay, this is just getting a lot of attention because FIFA's there, and as if FIFA's not already like, you know.
Yeah. Did you see that guy? I'm sure everyone saw that guy. He's a comedian, a British comedian, English comedian, and he went to like a FIFA conference where he went to Sepp Blatter and he gave him like a bunch of cash. And it was like, this
Yeah.
is for North Korea, next
that-
World Cup, North Korea. And he gave him, and he's like, thanks, Sepp. And then he like threw the money in it. Yeah, it's fucking respect to comedians like that. To me, that is comedy.
Yeah.
Like that is what comedians are supposed to do. They're supposed to like make fun of and highlight like real shit.
Fun
It's
story,
not just
by the way.
dick
Sorry.
jokes, sorry, and not just like, oh, I lost my car keys, isn't that funny? Oh, my kid's 2 years old, and that's funny as well.
Not enough to speak
Like,
the language or
it's
anything.
bullshit, right?
Wait. Your kid is 2 years old and you lost your car keys, and your kid is like in
No,
the
I'm
car.
making it like observational.
And there's like a burning, scotching.
Where's the
sign.
punchline? Eric?
Observational comedy. Like, I'm talking about like just
Yeah.
observational comedy, like haha, everyday things. Isn't that funny?
Airplane food.
Airplane food. Isn't that,
Zabka
say
hot dogs.
something real, man. Fucking say something.
Tell me someone laughs at your jokes.
Say something real. Like that's just comedy. Is supposed to be say something real.
Yeah. I say
right?
do
like,
whatever you
and
want.
This guy fucking
I don't agree with that actually.
He's
I don't
representing.
To be honest, I don't really agree with that.
You
I
know,
don't agree with you.
I think it doesn't have to be real what you do on stage. It's an act.
Yeah, as long as you're having fun, either way.
It doesn't have to be completely 100% factual. Nothing is.
Yeah.
If everything comedian would be factual, half of the stories wouldn't be
Not-
funny.
The
Not
only
factual,
requirement
just
is be
a little
funny.
More just a little bit of. just
I
be
base
a
my
little
stories on
real.
reality too, but
like
some-
just because it's a performance
You
art.
mean you
Sure.
wanna change
Yeah, but
the
it's
world?
what-
Like
I don't want
there,
to change. I just want to, like, I just think comedy. There is a
Highlight
place.
things that are wrong in the world.
I like
No,
how
it just-
optimistic you are about the rest of us. You know, like that you want us to be. You know.
I think we're all edgy in our own edgy. We're all edgy comedians in our own right, and we all say things and make jokes that make the audience not necessarily think and or at least like walk that line, right? And that's being an edgy comedian. It's like, can I say that? And
Sure.
playing with the audience, right?
I just
And
figure
that's what makes comedy fun. Is like, oh, did he say that? Or can he say that? Or did he highlight this thing?
yeah, sure.
Right, and there's a bit of honesty, and it makes more than just telling a joke on stage. Like this guy who went and did the whole Sepp Blatter thing, this comedian, fucking, that's awesome, man. That's fucking
That's cool,
cool. Yeah,
Fun story actually.
it's not just
to do with
another
that.
joke.
When they went to go and arrest him, actually, I was in Zurich at the time. I didn't see this in life, but like it was widely. When the police came to the FIFA headquarters and they actually brought these huge like white sheets that they like put up in
Right,
front
yeah.
so that people wouldn't look directly. It was hilarious because it just drew more attention actually because everyone was like, "What are these big white sheets in front of the FIFA office for?" Obviously, it's for this. It was so weird.
Yeah,
But you can go to I went to the FIFA museum. I used to work as a tour guide, and they invited us over to be like, oh, hey, check out the FIFA museum. It's so shit.
Of course it is.
It's expensive shit. They had a whole exhibit about the cups of the seats of the World Cup stadiums. Like you could try sitting on these very uncomfortable
sitting on a
seats.
chair. That's great.
That's that sounds like a Hard Rock Cafe.
It's terrible. It's so terrible.
Look at pay extra.
They should just have photos
100%
of people
for
bribing other people. Like, oh, this is when Russia got the World Cup.
It's the famous bribe of
2018.
1998.
So
Oh, that's a good one.
So hot take, fuck FIFA. Don't support the World Cup.
No.
Oh no.
Yeah, okay. No. How much time we got left? Was that 10 minutes? Did we manage 10 minutes?
We're exactly at an hour right now.
Thank you guys for listening, Mom and Dad.
Yeah, maybe not mom.
Dad. And Nick's dad. So thank you for listening.
My dad will love the show, but
Your dad.
my dad will love this.
Ah, yeah,
podcast.
because your mom's rug.
Yeah.
Bye. Ah.
Okay.
All right. Any last words before we die?
Thank you, Dan.
No. It's a Cour Va Much.
Cour Va Much.
You can find us on @Cour Va Much
Facebook.
and Facebook. You can find me not on Cour Va Much
And the Freak Show
Dan
on
coming
YouTube.
soon.
at Uncle Dan Comedy. That's me. You can hear my sultry voice.
Hey, shush, we don't represent ourselves. This is the Cour Va Much.
See you guys on Sunday at the Roast Battle in Lechania and 9th
yes,
December.
that's right. Alright. And 9th of December.
The winter special.
Winter special.
Let's go.
I feel like a DJ.